Hi, this is Reese from CreataCRM, and this is the sales module. We're still in the lead section of the sales module. And we're going to go through some of the elements on the lead section just above here. So you've got in the company sales dashboard, which for those who've forgotten, you've got the sales dashboard section here. In the sales dashboard, we've got a couple of buttons here on there that talks about sales management here. So again, we've got the calendar system in here. The calendar system is for those users. Now, if you've got the CRM and Sales Manager module, you will not have those buttons, and we'll talk about activities and tasks. That's another video of calendars, but you can do follow-ups and look at your calendar up and see your tasks and activities and do follow-ups on that section here. You can see here the users with different colors. You can view them here, but that's another video. So you've got the sales board section here. Now, that's a very powerful system in here. So let's slow down on this one. So this is now the new type of thing. It's that not everyone does, and it does work, but it's an overview of your connective steps, which is your swimming lanes. The swimming lanes here, your suspects, and shows the values from prospect, initial contacts, identify needs, present offer, and you've got these little, if your hover mouse button goes back and forth on your swimming lanes. Now, what we have done on this is that your search section here, and you can say things like look for Sarah Walker, and there she is, and find your opportunity. So it's a real quick. Now look how quick that was. It was that it's great for you to quickly look at the information of the leads and find out where they're up to. The other thing that we have, like if they is that you can use your hover mouse button over here. It shows you more about that information. So you'll notice with Creator we get into that quite a bit. So we look about the hover. The user experience that we're trying to achieve is making sure that you get everything really quickly. So we want, what we're finding with when we examine what people ask for is they want to see information really quickly because that's what's been happening with life. They want to have to be quick and fast. You want to see pretty much this person and hover over information about that person. So you've got Sarah Walker, the person, and the organization Del Home. You can talk, look at total shades, and then you look at the person. So it kind of shows up, they go, have I got Sarah Walker's phone number? No, she's got an email address, nothing about the company. So it pops up and shows you also the phone numbers. So it'll be when you're calling an organization, you want to speak to Sarah Walker, so you can see if you've got the phone number or not got the phone number, or therefore you need to Google, Del Home and call that person. So it's really easy to access. The other thing, it shows you the sales value here as well. Along here, it shows the status on here. So I can just, for example, go only see the one sections here, and it shows you all the green ones, or I only want to see the opens, and hide the rest of the ones that here, which is usually what you do with a sales funnel. You've got other things where you can select on just users, so I can just look at salesperson, CRM person, and user person, or I can just simply just look at for admin person here. So you can narrow down the sales users in here really quickly as well. The other thing you've got in the system is you've got a quick add button here, so you can actually just in the sales lead management just stay here and just click on new and create a new person from here. So in this section here, you can just stay in the board section and create your new leads here, and off you go and do your procedures here. So that also is a very helpful section there to do as well in managing your leads, is just stay on the board. Now the key thing about this, see there's a little arrow button here, little nice arrow. You can click on here and you can do another step. So you can say when you create a new lead from hitting these buttons up here, I'm going to create a note. So you call Sarah Walker up, and you get a number. You click on the person, fill in the details, and then you make an activity. Now, activity is a call, meeting, to do. It's saying schedule, but really at the end of the day, you can say this could be a note as well. And I'm just going to make it a note just to make it sensible for us. There it is, and then that's created a note for that person as well. So if I go to Sarah Walker here, I can see that gobbledygook note that I just did there, and I can see she's a lead here as well. So that kind of I can quickly go to the person. And again, if you haven't seen the videos, you can inline edit and say, no, I need to have a phone number of Sarah Walker, and there's her office number. Okay. There you go. Wow, keyboard in this laptop's starting to die. Okay, and then I go back to the board here. And see, I've now put Sarah Walker's phone number in here. And there it is there. The next thing you can do in the system, you go back to the little section here. You can create a task, which your task is a follow-up. Please call Sarah. And we're going to schedule time. I'm going to set a follow-up task. We're going to do a reminder notifications. Now, the notifications up here, so those little bubbles up here, you can notify yourself a task, and it bubbles and sends a pop-up screen on your mobile phone as well. There's another video on that, and I'm going to schedule it for due on tomorrow, and click on OK at 9 p.m. So we're going to call it, geez, America. We're going to call that late. So you've now created a follow-up task for that. So therefore, so the board is really powerful because you can do it all on one screen here. So you can make your calls, you can make your notes in here, and then, for example, she's in prospect, and we're going to identify needs section in here. So we drag and drop in here. She's now gone to identify needs, and I can say, well, I'm going to create another. And then I'm going to do a quote for her, so I can create a quote. I'm just going to click the button and show you there's a quote, and we connect the accounting systems. You can add the items from the accounting system, so you can all have the same elements in here. And you can start adding the quote itself that will connect to this lead, Sarah Walker, or from the job boards, the lead board. So hope that helps you. That's the lead board side of the fence. We're now going to go back to the sales section in here, and you've got the pipeline. We've got that as just a list of suspects, which so you've got 5 suspects, 2 prospects, and shows the values in here, and all the way down here presenting off and all those close. So that's a nice pipeline there. Don't go fully into that. The next thing you've got here is you've got like reports, and here we'll show you one here. Just open reports, and it gives you a beautiful report of this and gives you the information. So you can actually opt into a weekly report for your managers, and you can see the report of this. So it shows you the average days open, the values, the list of what they are, so estimation values are along here. The days open, there's a few days open. This is a sandbox, so there's no one's closing information. Total is 13 leads in the section. So we'll go to sandbox. The other things, you've got dashboards in here. So dashboard looks like one of these things where you've got an interactive dashboard where you can not only tick on which users they have, you can see the won-loss ratio. Here you can move the it's interactive dashboard, so you can move the charts up and down in here of the different periods and see the results in this section. Expand the results over here, and yeah, just see more information here. So you have interactive dashboards that you can export as a PDF along here if you want to, and that gives you beautiful dashboards, leads or quotes or whatever you've got in here. So that's the dashboard side of the fence. Now the other little elements you can do in this section here is you can click on the go-to sections, and you've got one where you can go to a list view, and you can just go through like an Excel spreadsheet and make notes in here. So you can just simply go in here and make notes in the list view. So that's the traditional list views that we have, that you can drag and drop, and you can filter them out and and export them out into the system. So that is in the go-to section, and you can look up all leads, for example, and really quickly add them. So you can change them or interact with them. So one example would be if you want to go to the all lead section along here, and you can just change the admin stage. You can change the owners of that really quickly, and if you've had to reassign leads, for example, in the system, you can go here and just change the actual lead section. So that is the and that is the sales dashboard. This section here of you've got, sorry, move my face, the calendars, sales dashboard, pipeline, dashboards, and report section in here. So that's how you can play around with the leads and see all the other components you can use, like which is the boards that makes it easy for you to create leads, and other elements as well that you can manage your lead management. So that is pretty much lead management, those 3 videos. Hope you enjoyed them. A lot of digest, a lot of people ask a lot of questions about leads. The key thing with leads itself is you've got to probably start with disciplines of starting to put a lead in and building it across as well, because obviously a lot of people use online forms or Google Sheets. Works very well, but the key thing is it doesn't have the 3 or 4 dimensional things that you need to have, which is quickly make notes and do follow-ups and notifications and chat on them, and you can then build it to the counseling system, which is what we really is our flagship. Is at the end of the day you can see what's going on and see if they're in the counseling package or not, and what was the real value of those leads. Okay, hope that helps. There's the lead module, and next is opportunities. Thanks.